Switches up.
Yeah! The Wagon Makers have arrived! I'll take some more on the floor whenever you get a chance. Hi, everybody! I can't see shit right now. This is good. Good times. Give us a couple minutes, so we're going to rip some fast-ass songs.
Check, bass vocal, check, bass vocal, check, bass vocal, check, bass vocal, check. Hey, check, backing vocal, check, check. If you got any more than these, check. Hey, that's cool.
This band is called Rehasher. We haven't played together in like 4.5 fucking years. Everybody, thank Alex for coming down from Chicago and not flying Delta. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Smells great here.
'Cause there's things that I can't do in the life. Sometimes not giving how I sometimes wonder why. Why do I keep on believing things that I believe in? Nothing falling, nothing falling. Just a collecting another addiction. So I'm giving up almost everything. 'Cause I'm going up. You know I'm changing. Yeah, I'm looking for a new direction. Yeah, I need a place where I'm okay with something like that. Yeah, I'm looking for a new direction. And every time I turn around, I can't believe that everything's still the same. And everything's still the same. These days in the car, I give myself a roller. So there's things that I can't do to myself. Sometimes I give me hell. I sometimes wonder why. Why do I keep on believing things that I believe in? Nothing falling, nothing falling. Just a collecting another addiction. So I'm giving up almost everything. 'Cause I know enough. No one's cheating. Yeah, I'm looking for a new direction. Yeah, I need a place where I'm okay with something better. Yeah, I'm looking for a new direction. Every time I turn around, I can't believe it. Everything's still the same. Yeah. And everything's still the same. Yeah. And everything's still the same. And everything's still the same. My stomach's nothing broken.
Cool fucking party.
The songs are so fast that we have to talk between songs or it'll be a half-hour set. I hope you guys don't mind. How many people came from out of town for this fiasco this weekend? Yeah, all you guys. Thank you for being here. This is super cool. Glad we get to do the kickoff party, and maybe we'll get to play at the real show next year. Hey. I'm good. Don't worry. Relax. You can sing my parts tomorrow. We're good. This song is called I Don't Feel Anything, and it goes like this. Because we wrote it, and hi, how you doing? I like your hat.
Oh, without the edible I took an hour ago.
I don't feel anything. Tony with the jokes. Tony double dipping tonight, Tony. Love you, brother. Alright, this one goes like this. I remember we played this one song one time. Carolyn was there, and I made up the lyrics on the spot before it was recorded. Why do I remember that? I don't know, but it's true. But now there's some lyrics I'll try to remember. It goes like this. Let me tell you everything that I've ever known. A million words already inside. I decided never to see my own interpretation. Watching my own inside. Something's not working out right. Can't keep waiting. Don't play it. I don't feel anything when I tell you. You're the better. Perfect remake. Baby, this place is where I don't feel anything when I tell you. You're the better. Let me point out all the things that are overflown. I don't proportions now so inspired. Never ever thought that I could keep up with the social standards. Put up my businesses when rules were meant to break. When it's all getting old. Break the earth to break the mold. Don't forget you what you're told. When you start to lose control. Self-destruction pays its toll. You guys have to make more noise because I can't really see that good. Who's that tall guy with ketchup on his face? Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Gareth, all the way from the UK, ladies and gentlemen. If anybody traveled more than like 6 hours, you're out of your fucking mind, but I love you. Thank you.
Dude, I drove like 6 minutes.
We're gonna play a couple of old school songs from the first Rehasher record. That record came out in 1999.
Yeah, I was in diapers.
You were like 10 years old.
Yeah, I was actually. In diapers.
Like all the good songs, this one starts with the drummer not playing the drums. Sounds like we had a practice and a half. Let's go. How's it going, Tony? What's up?
Sweating, man, but it's good.
All right, good. All right, this next one. What's on this? Oh yeah, this one. I like this one because the guitar part is really easy. No, you're supposed to applaud easy guitar parts. Oh, you want me to play the hard shit? Come on.
What's the rest of this stuff?
Yeah.
Cool meeting.
This song is called I Might Explode. It goes exactly like this because we wrote it.
everyone. Thanks. That's what you're supposed to say.
Hell yeah, you guys want to hear some more? This song is very relevant to our times right now. If anybody's hungry, I suggest eating a billionaire. They're delicious. I heard, maybe not. This song's called Eat the 1%, and this is our highest played song on Spotify for some reason. No thanks to you guys, but you know, some people listen to it. Just kidding. Alright, ready? Are you ready? Alex Closer on the fucking drums. My God, man. You hit the hi-hat a little loud on that second verse, just one hit. One hit was just a little tiny bit loud on the hi-hat. That's it. That's all I heard, though.
See what he puts us through? party.
Where's the noise? Bring the noise! Okay, now only the Irish people. That was for you. That was for you. Hi, Izzy. How's it going? Now what? Now what? Should we play more? That's good. I don't want to wear you out for the whole weekend. How many people are hanging out for the whole weekend? Everybody. What? Hey, fuck that. I like that.
I need a second to sip this tasty local beverage from First Magnitude Brewing. I hear they did something with you guys.
We do. We have our own beer from First Mag. It's delicious. I can actually drink it. It's good. The next song goes. Okay, I think it's this one, right? You guys, should we just keep playing and not talk, or? We're trying to stall. The songs are too short. This one's called Waste My Words. This one, Alex really liked this one. He always says that song kicks ass. I think he means this one, hopefully. It goes like this. I'm looking around and I'm realizing you guys are all too old to circle pit, so I'm not even going to ask you to. No, just stand there. Just stand there with your thumb up. That's much safer. That's much safer. We got bad knees and shit over here. We're good. No circle pit. Yeah, what's up, Glenn, with the old school shirt? How you doing, man? Alright, so this song is a non-circle pit song. This is Nicolette's favorite song. I don't know where she's out there. We're playing this song for you, babes. I don't know where she is. There she is. This song's on the first record. It's called Sinking, and it goes like this. Tonight Cheers, you guys. Thank you so much.
God, I'm so out of shape. Holy shit.
How old do you feel right now? I feel a little bit old.
I can't count that high, man.
You just played a show like 15 minutes ago. I haven't played a show in 4 months, so whatever, man. You're in better shape than me.
I'm over here fucking wheezing.
We're playing a Weezer cover? What'd you say? No, we're not. We're not playing a Weezer cover. We are going to play an interesting cover, though. It's a song by my other band that we never played ever. It'll be cool. We'll play that later. I just got the weird Like it? Let's see. This one. Oh yeah, this one starts with some cool drum stuff. I love this one. It's called Every Little War.
Everyone could take
a few more songs and then you guys can like rest from your travel and everything and prep for the weekend? We'll just play one more just so you can go home and take it out. How's that? Is that good? I was trying to keep it short. We played it. All the songs at the same time? That's a bad idea, man. Okay, this one, this is the first song on the second record. And I don't really remember how it goes. We're going to try to figure it out right now. We only practiced it one time. Alex said, I got this shit, dude. So we just let it go. Are we going to play the reggae version or the fast version? The fast version? Make some noise for Tony on the bass guitar! While we're at it, make some noise for the Murmurs for rocking tonight, yeah! And also the Bargain Heroes for coming up and joining the party! Long overdue that we finally played a show together. Thanks you guys so much, appreciate you. And let's hear it for my mom for rocking it out in the pit right now. She's like, I wish you guys played slower, but you guys are great. Thank you. All right, we're going to play Reggie's favorite song, the road trip song, to end all road trip songs. This song was inspired by a large segment of Motorhead songs that I listened to on repeat for many weeks, and then I was like, I think I have an idea for a song. And it goes exactly like this, I think. The song's called Open Roads. Let's see some action, come on. If I Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for drinking some beers. Thanks for buying all the posters that Sean Sandusky made. Thanks, Sean. All the posters. Thanks for picking up a little merch. I really appreciate it. We're going to play some more shows sometime this year. I just don't know what country or what state, I should say.
Yeah, man, this one's fucking
We're not allowed into Canada anymore, so. Rude Dog? Is that where we're playing? I'm good. This one, next song. Oh, the one that starts with drums. Okay, all the good songs start with drums. I forget that. Okay. All right. Oh, he started already. I wasn't ready. This one's called Turn Inside Out. Let's do it.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You get back in your hole.
I will in a second. So, for those of you guys who don't know, I started this DIY nonprofit a few years ago that raises money for musicians' mental health here in Gainesville, Florida. I'm rocking the shirt for it right now. Upbeat G&B is the name of it. We're currently taking donations right now to relaunch a therapy scholarship that will send musicians in Gainesville to therapy for free. If you guys are interested in donating, upbeatgnb.org, go there, send us, $5 on PayPal, whatever you got. It'll go a long way. So thanks for listening. We're gonna get back. I'm going back in the hole.
All the musicians that I met probably need some fucking mental therapy, so let's fucking donate for that shit. Upbeat Diesel, pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna play the weird one. You guys ready? This is a Less Than Jake song that as far as I know, Less Than Jake never played the song. It was a weird one, but it was always one of my favorite songs that we never played. Did I mention that? I did, right? Yeah. It's a fancy one. I love the song. The song is called Fall Apart. It goes exactly like this.
I definitely think they were this mic ever now. Big hand for JR. Thanks, man. That was
awesome. I didn't think he was going to do it. He fucking did it. Yeah! It's awesome to see so many familiar faces. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. Some of you more than others. We're going to play one more song and we're going to drink some beer and have a great time. See you guys soon. This is the first ever song I wrote for this band called Rehasher back in 1999.
I was in diapers. Wait, that joke's old, sorry.
It's so funny. This song's about finding your inner inspiration, man. Do what you love. Fucking find what it is and do that shit. Make yourself happy. The song is called Lift. Let's go!
still turning over in my mind. Too many ideas crystal fine. So why should I believe in you this time? You don't have to live through what you have. It's not what you think I do it, but I lose it. It's not where you fall behind it every time. When I feel like it, there's a million kids I'm fine. When I feel like it, there's a million kids I'm fine. When I feel like it, there's a million kids I'm fine. When I feel like it, there's a million kids I'm fine.